choice, our divine choice to do something good for all of the structure that has been done. For that alone, we ask you just to give us that strength. As our ancestors power that, and we are moved with the will of love and the will of God. Understanding what Dr. Martin Luther King said, it was never his enemies that worried him. It wasn't the enemies that spoke ill of him, that spoke bad of him, but it was the allies and the people that he called friends. Their silence is what troubled him. I am asking all of you, if you are in alignment.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I said good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. How y'all doing today?
Great.
Okay. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that y'all here. I just think it's important to say that. I think it's important to do events like this to show that we still loving on our community and that we still care about our community and we just not out here doing anything. And yeah, so now we like to welcome our Unk, the people's champ, Damien.
Appreciate that. So, giving honor to the Most High, man, giving honor to my city, to all of these amazing individuals that's out here, all these supreme OGs. We're not going to get into everybody's business, you know what I'm saying? If you see some similarities in what Uncle Dame does, or Us For Us does with another organization out of here, is because Us For Us, Uncle Damien, was birthed out of one of the greatest organizations coming about in San Francisco. So can we real quick make some noise for Rudy Corpus and United Players? So what y'all see me just do, we put the young people first. That's something that I learned from Rudy when we used to be going places, and he just used to be giving me the mic, not even knowing I was going to speak. At least I gave young Izzy a little heads up, you know. But my name is Damien Posey, affectionately known in the community as Uncle Damien, the people's champ. Blessed to be born and raised right here in San Francisco, California, 9/11/78, 46 young years from this soil, you know what I'm saying, been represented from birth, man, primarily from the Bayview, you know what I'm saying, Double Rock to be exact, but I've been blessed to, you know, I had a beautiful young mother who gave birth to me. She was 16 years old, so we lived all over the city, you know, from Fillmore to Potrero Hill, Valencia Gardens, Alamany, you know what I'm saying? So when Unk put out the call, it was only right, you know, that we showed up and represent every section, you know what I'm saying? And every section is here represented one way or another, you know. And another thing that I learned from Rudy, man, regardless of your denomination, man, you have to put God first if we're trying to win. If you believe in God, you got to know that there's a devil, you know what I'm saying? And the devil's working hard, so we got to work just as hard, you know. Coming up out of United Players, I was blessed to start with the young people, a youth leadership and violence prevention organization called Us For Us, which you see right here behind me. This is just a few of the young people, man, that we're honored and blessed to be able to work with, to give jobs, to help the families with food, you know, community cleanups, feeding the less fortunate out here. Every aspect. We have a youth lounge. It ain't big enough to be called a center yet, but we getting there, you know what I mean? We got the youth lounge over there in its after school programs, homework, help, tutoring, job support, reentry, all of the above. And I'm saying all that to say is that the need is so great, and we're just one cog in the machine, you know, loving on these people, man. So I'm really honored to be here. I really want to give Unk and Fab their flowers, and Sadiq, man, for pushing this around the city, because, you know, they primarily from the town, you know what I'm saying? And Oakland has its own issues, man. They could have been like, we can just focus on Oakland, you know what I mean? But that's not a leader's mindset. That's not, you know what I mean, an individual who really cared about all of the people's mindset. You know, Rudy's out of the Soma, you know what I mean? But when I was over there in UP, we was touching every part of the city, every part of the Bay, you know what I mean? So that's what we must do. That's what we must continue to do, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't say, man, it's good for us to meet and pray and talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But we got to put in that action behind it, you know what I'm saying? 365, 24/7, you can catch Uncle Dame, Us For Us, and the soldiers out here loving on the people, man, having access to resources and everything above. We got free hygiene program over there at the lounge, man, but we got to put that action behind those words. We got to hold the individuals, because y'all see where we at. We up here at City Hall. There's people up in this building, you know what I mean? Shout out to Matt. We appreciate you making this happen. You know what I mean? That's the type of leadership that we need. You know what I'm saying? We honor that you know, respected an individual that's from the soil, a street soldier. You know what I mean? Those are the type of connections that we need to have, that we need to keep going. Because like I said, I grew up in San Francisco, and it wasn't always like that, man. It was like a barrier. We couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, connect with the people in there. They weren't, you know what I mean? But we got individuals like Shaman Walton, Matt Dorsey, Matt Haney. I just have some great supervisors who are in the community with the people, man. We're gonna have to work together, because united we stand, divided we fall. That's another thing I learned from Rudy, man. You know, sometimes it might be some people who you don't like, but for that moment, for the blessings of the people, man, you gotta work with them. You know what I mean? Because we done did 14 gun buybacks. You know what I'm saying? Getting thousands of guns off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Working with our community partners, and some of them individuals might look like some people that you don't like. But you know, we did some time. You know, we got a lot of brothers from the pen that did some time. You know, I did 10 years, 120 months. You know, and sometimes you be in there, you might have to room up with the dude you was just fighting with on the streets. But the big homies don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? We all here together, man. We one bay. You know what I'm saying? It's one love, but we appreciate you, Unk. And us for us got your back, and we're going to keep on pushing, and we out here for y'all. So I just hope everybody, you know, checks out the Us For Us table over there, man. Tap in with some of these young people and stay for all of the speakers, man, because I know for sure, I seen the lineup, man. We got some dynamic speakers. I'm excited. I'm glad I got to go first, because I get to kick back and watch and learn from these amazing individuals that's here with us, man. So once again, man, I want to make some noise for Unk and Fab and Sadiq and all of the soldiers that came out here. You know what I'm saying? All of my big homies out here, you know what I'm saying, that's representing. I'm Uncle Damien, the People's Chat, man. Shout out to my guys, Solid Mentality and Clear 21 in the building, man. Rock solid. Let's go.
You look back, a lot of folks started their criminal careers. Some people started their criminal careers from my generation because their mama didn't buy them a pair of Jordans. And they got tired of being talked about at school, so they wanted to start hustling. They want to start going down the wrong road. You see, but then that wrong road, if everybody going down that wrong road, the person that's down there, they don't know that that's a wrong road. It's a long road, and it's a long road. It's a wrong road, but nobody telling you that it right from wrong. When wrong mean this the only way I'm gonna be able to get these Jordans, or this the only way I'm gonna be able to take care of my family. This the only way. See, wrong seem right to somebody that don't have no other ways and means. Then who are we to judge somebody on a right or wrong basis when all they doing is what they gotta do to survive? There's a lot of judging going on in this world today, and it's based off from individuals that don't have the experience, that have been in those shoes. See, you can't tell a person where to walk or where to go if you ain't never been in their shoes.
As I'm dealing with the cause, I started these prayer parties. Something was going on. It was like 3 killings back to back, and I told my nephew, I said, man, we need to do a prayer party. And then a little bit of time went past. We, you know what I'm saying, we neglected getting right on it, and some other stuff happened. So I was like, man, it's just too much stuff going on, and I haven't seen us add God into the scenario yet. You know, we continue to believe in it.
First off, what's up, Black C? I see you came. Before I even speak, I would be wrong if I didn't bring up my United Player brothers with me.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people up here is acknowledging me, sharing my name, but it's never about me. It's never ever, for the last 30 years, it's always been about the people. You're looking at the people right here. You're looking at everybody from every yard, from every level, from every gang standing right here. Damien, for bringing the young people, because this is what it's all about. Hello. Where you at, Thank you, man, for making this happen. God is using you. Fab, Sadiq, all this.
We need everybody eats. It's about unity. In the community, it's obvious. It's the only way. Together, let's do it. This your Uncle Damien. Let's go.